So, what do you see like in the future? What do you want in the future for you and your band?
Well, our band is kind of in a different spot now. We've done tours in US and in Europe, and we've made 2 albums. The first one was only cover songs, and the second one was mainly cover songs and has one
sorry,
original.
I'm gonna like when you tour in USA, so or anywhere, like how big are the venues? How many people come and see you?
Well, it's everything between 200 and 12,000. I think that's the biggest one. That was in Sweden, a big rock festival called Sweden Rock. That's been the biggest one. And then on the club gigs, there can be people between 200 and 1,000.
So how does it feel like to play like to 12,000 people?
It feels a little bit crazy. It's kind of hard to describe. There's a huge amount of energy, so you are in some sort of a state of mind or something that I feel that there is no I feel that there is no tension or anything like that. It's just pure, in a way it's pure enjoyment, and at the same time it's really exciting, and you have huge amount of energy coming out from your system, and and you just kind of it's really hard to explain, but I think it has a lot to do with energy and something. It's always kind of a once in a lifetime experience, as are most of the live shows, because it's always different and at sometimes it doesn't even necessarily matter if there's 200 people in a really small club, and it's really I remember us playing in Germany in December for maybe 200 people, and it was a really small club, and at some point the humidity started dripping down from the ceiling because it was so hot, and and people were dancing and yelling, and it was only 150 or 200 people, but it was pure energy, and you can hardly remember anything from the actual live show. So the same thing can happen with a smaller club or a bigger festival. But of course the festivals are something special because you can reach people that normally maybe you would not be able to reach. So
if you think about because that was so many of our dream to play in rock bands and do like that kind of stuff. And so how does it, do you feel like that you are living the dream?
Well, in a way that I am fortunate enough to be able to focus on the music 100% at this point of life. So in that way, yes. And of course it has always been one dream to be able to travel and play music abroad. So of course it is a lot of people who start playing music, of course they have the dream that they would be able to perform live or perform at festivals or perform abroad. So of course from my point of view, I can only speak for myself, of course, but of course it's a dream come true to be able to perform live to different people in different countries. So we have been really fortunate.
How about what's your... you were talking about your records, but I guess the interesting thing is that you mainly play covers. So what is that?
Yeah.
What's your relationship to that, and how is your band's future looking like?
Well, of course we realized that we've gotten to this point by playing covers and making other people's songs sound like partially like or turn them to a songs of our style, but they're still made by other artists, and we all, of course, owe a huge bow to their work and their music. But at the second album we have one original, and now we are actually the next Monday we are starting to rehearse for the third album, and we hope to get maybe 2 to 3 originals on the third album. So we are maybe slowly moving towards maybe playing a little bit more originals, but we don't want to abandon the idea of playing different kinds of classics with our own style, because we also do enjoy that, even though they are not our songs, but we enjoy kind of taking a song and start having fun with the music. You can actually, I think one of the best things in this band is that you can actually free all your weirdest ideas when it comes to music. We can when we are rehearsing or arranging a song, anybody who comes up with something, you can yell it out and we might try it out. And so it's kind of liberating. It's really free-minded stuff when we start to arrange. So I think that will always be a part of this band. But we also want to evolve and move along in a way that we could make better albums and make original songs and, have progress as a band. So
yeah,
I think we are moving towards maybe a little bit more on the albums. We are on the third album. I think we might be moving towards how would you say? Well, maybe it's too early to say, but we are trying something new on the third album, I think. But also not forgetting where we are right now.